Welcome to CathyDSlaught's SRC4u Zoom call for December 31st, 2021. Happy New Year's Eve. We're here on Cathy's website, CathyDSlaght.com. We're going to scroll down, look for this Zoom banner where we'll click here. If you'd like to be part of Cathy's SRC4u Daily Energy Clearing Group, all the information's here. Just click through. If you missed a call and you want more information about Cathy, follow her on Twitter. Her information's right there. We'll click through to the Zoom platform where we'll click through and the call will be live, so you may want to turn down your speakers. Just one moment, please.
Well, it's one of those days. Good morning.
Good morning. Yes, apparently so.
Cathy, I have a favor to ask, if you don't mind.
Okay.
I made a little image which contains some text which I want to put in our awakening cocktail.
Yes.
And I would like to show this to your team later on.
Oh, of course. We would love that.
Okay.
Okay. Wonderful. Well, it's 10 o'clock. It took some time to actually get this Zoom going, but Happy New Year almost to everybody. And an interesting thing happened overnight. My computer completely went off. It was plugged in. It was all set to go. And when I got up, it was completely off, which maybe I just need a new computer. But it erased our scheduler. So I went back in and redid it this morning. And now we want to go just once for 11 hours. So I thought, well, that's interesting. When that finishes, I'll do it again and see if maybe it may not be necessary at that point to do it anymore. Maybe we got the message on these overcoming negative thought patterns. Maybe not. We can always test and find out, but it was interesting. And today we'll do our normal work with the Wonder Click. But since we're at the end of the year and it seems like there's almost an epidemic of negative thinking due to things that happened in 2021, I got to thinking we might be able to make a vision board for the new year. And I got a friend to volunteer as a test subject, someone nobody in this group knows. And she was kind enough. And then I thought I'd show how we could include that for those of us who have the mastery. We could include it in the mastery, but she kind of surprised me with her list. But I'm going to go ahead and honor her list and show you what it is. And I knew she was deeply spiritually oriented. I did not know how big of a part that was in her life. So her top thing, a closer and more intimate relationship with God. She wants to read the Bible this year. Now, you notice we're putting a word next to each. She chose those words. And if you do get into perhaps running through your list with your meditations, you could do just the words. Know what calling God has for my life. She wants to pray on her knees. She's had a little arthritis. She'd like to be able to pray on her knees. She wants a relationship with the Holy Spirit. She wants to use tongues. This is all foreign to me, but this is her list, and it is what she's wanting for the new year. Practice Galatians 5:22 through 23, and she wants to get baptized this year. She wants to find a church. She takes communication in her home. She wants to do that weekly. She wants to be strong, useful, and energetic. I'm not going to mention her age, but this is interesting. She wants to walk daily with 2 to 5 pound weights, do the Tai Chi classes with discipline and enthusiasm. And only now do we kind of get to some things that maybe a lot of people would put first. I am financially secure. She wants to pay off all debts and obligations, manage her money. Now look at this. She's ready to find a loving man. She wants to be an inspiration. She wants her family members to have all of this as well. And then this very last one, balanced physically, emotionally, and spiritually. which really is part of the path to enlightenment. So I got to thinking, and again, you'd have your own list, might be extremely different. And I went in here and I thought, well, not everybody has the mastery. So what if we start with a cocktail? And for hers, I just put, for this situation, I'm going to try over the holidays to type this list out. It's quite a list, but resonating at or near the physical, etheric interface, so on and so forth. You can read that for yourself. But when you look at her list, you can see, for example, a closer and more intimate relationship with God. She's a high resonance with that. It goes on up. And what you do is, I'm sure you're familiar with this. You go up to the Google and you can type your word in, or you can type your phrase in, and then pull up the images. And right click to save the image, and then you can paste the image in your protocol. That she wants to read the Bible through this year. So that image, the gift of spiritual discernment, that's what she's looking for. She wants that calling, and she's, like I said, up in years, but she wants that calling. And look at where she is. This is going to be a big benefit for her. Look at that, 94% a good thing. And I don't want to tell her age because it's a small world, but if you knew her age, you would be very impressed with her goals. And again, so I just mission, pray on my knees, and that's in reference to her arthritis, but she picked her word, humility. Relationship with the Holy Spirit every day for direction, guidance, and wisdom. The Holy Spirit, that's an interesting study. That seems to be the information we get from the matrix when we're clear. And again, there was a little bit of stress related to that. Again, you'd be picking your own. She wants to work with tongues. That's not anything I'm into, but there is a communication to it. That's the image. Pregnant Galatians. Well, that's the image we found. She wants to get baptized. She wants to find a church. Take communication weekly, which she used discipline. I am strong, useful, and energetic, and ageless. Look at that. This is 100% good, and she is all those things in my opinion. And this is the image. Walk daily with the weights. There's an image. We know how powerful images are to the etheric field. We've been shaped by them, forever. Here's her Tai Chi classes. Like now, she gets way down here and finally financially secure. And look at that. Look at that. That may be a greater area of stress than this other. Then she wants to pay off her debt. And again, look, a little bit greater area of stress. She wants to manage her money. She wants to find that loving and godly man. I am an inspiration to my family and friends. All family members have divine health and live long lives and receive God's security. And anyway, it's kind of interesting. For example, when I went into that one image for ageless, it was all products. And so I had to do a little looking. And so there you are. This is her last image. And I wish I could make this bigger because this shows all the elements all in balance. So with that, you've got your cocktail now. And,
Cathy?
Yes.
click on the word option box.
Where do you want me to?
On top, you know the black one, dark
yes,
black?
all right, okay.
Here you go.
Oh, okay, there you go. You can see these a little bit. Okay, thank you, thank you. This is a lovely image right up here for the husband. There we go. Thank you. So now we can go ahead and run this. I like to do the preserve theme, you know, option, etc., just to see.
Are you going to save that?
It's saved already. Yeah,
Oh,
I'll show you why in a second.
okay.
Okay, so, all right, so let's go ahead. We're ready for a wonder click. This is something you could do with others if they were receptive. You can see, for example, I won't go over this because this is her personal business, but you would see what stress is involved. But then go to your mastery if you're working with the mastery. And go ahead. I've got her initials in there. Her goals for 2022 is the theme. And you could just go ahead straight in and make your vision board right on the mastery. But then it dawned on me, it might be interesting, I believe, and Ralph can tell us, if we want to have a fresh scan every day to see what kind of stress might be blocking our goals, that would erase all this. Is that correct, Ralph?
No, it doesn't erase any of the things which are in the theme box. It's only reevaluating.
Right.
It's
right.
does the reevaluation, and that would be the programs it's
right.
running.
Right. The goals for 2022, I know will stay. But
right.
Now we're going to evaluate for this moment in time.
Right.
And we're going to see any kind of stress blocks. If you believe, I believe that we're in a field of pure love and information, but there are some interferences perhaps along the way. And so, for example, now here's her evaluation, and we get this information. And now let's load the cocktail, because I think the cocktail will stay. Will it not, Ray? I'm sorry, Ralph.
Yeah, the cocktail will stay.
So we'll just put that in. Where are you? There we go. And now we're ready. I'm not going to do this because it shows everybody else's names. But what I'm going to do is go in and I'm going to ask to reevaluate each day. And we'll run this for 90 days. And go from there. Is this clear? Does this make sense?
Good.
Yep.
I think we have great power with this kind of thing. I think that it's well worth looking into. I'm going to do mine today because I checked a couple of things. Look at my high receptive number today. So I'm going to go ahead and do mine. I've been working. It takes, I believe, a few days to actually put these together and put your words and do your testing. But if you all do want for tomorrow a brief meeting, do you think we could do a vision board for planet Earth?
I think so.
I'm in.
You guys in?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think there could be a lot of power to that if you go through, even go through the Grabavoy codes, seeing some of the ideas there. For example, could we end this so-called pandemic? Do we have that kind of power?
I'm in.
Okay.
It's worth a try.
I agree. I agree. What could it hurt? But it does look like if people would come together, we do have that kind of power.
Okay, to make a long story short, Cathy, in the words of Grandmaster David, we could do this already years and years ago. The issue is that when too many people are waking up, or let's do it this way, when too many people focus on one single subject, that runtime gets cut down drastically. So as a reminder, you don't want it to run like 90 days consecutively.
Okay.
You want to set it up probably every second or even every third day.
Yeah, we have a scan. We can check for the mastery to see how long that we want it to run. But you get the energy of it, but it's thought too. Plus, we'll be reevaluating every day. So in a sense, that just changed the focus of what we're asking for, I believe.
And I want to interject and add this because through the powerofthoughts.com, the prayer group we have, and this is just from my personal thing, I've learned that when I put more love into it, when I really come from my heart and I put a lot of just, I don't know if that's an actual word to put this out there, but when I put a lot of love into it, it changes and the whole thing changes. And I'm like, wow. So I just wanted to share that.
Yeah, that's powerful. And this is, I'll just show you, and this is something you get in the hat, if I can pull it up. I don't know if I can or not. You get in the habit of checking that I've got the issue solver scan, and then down here is the mastery scan. I'll send that out today. But that you get in the habit of doing this before you automatically run the mastery. And but with your get up there. All right. Anyway, you see that I'll send that out in the group. Also, Karen has sent us some different ways to get the information on Raymond Grace. So if you're not familiar with all his websites, etc., there's a lot we can look forward to next year. A lot of new information. Here, for example, this individual, you see what's going on. This is us. Never mind. So here we are. Just going to do a simple wonder click today. Constitutional, hips, plaquing, extra chakras, the earth. There's a little depression. One of the things we might want to investigate getting into the new year is any kind of apathy and depression that keeps us from wanting this awareness of our thoughts. And the other thing that I'm fascinated with that Elizabeth brought up yesterday is the ley lines and possible negativity in the ley lines. That's just our Earth's acupuncture system. So does anything come in that we need to clear? See, here's some negativity. There's some trauma. There's always our eating habits.
I would like to make a suggestion, Cathy. Let me share my screen if I can.
If you can, that's great. Let me finish this up first quickly.
No, that fits exactly to what you are talking about.
Right, yeah, I just want to quickly show them, then I'll minimize and you do that. But because you can see that there's a lot to this, which to me, technology like this is our main step. Look, there's another in reference to a little bit of depression, psychic attack. And again, this is all from the subtle fields, which the physical body, they say, is just like a wink. It's all the subtle fields that call the shots. So you can see what we're starting out with. And this will scan many times. There's some blockages. And then over here, a little stress related to blood pressure. Again, it's not anything the doctor might find, but it's in our field.
Joanna, I'd just like to confirm that you're recording today and tomorrow, and it'll be available soon.
Yes. Sorry.
Great, thank you.
Okay, so now, Ralph, we're finished with our part. I will go in and do auto for the Shen and Nagong, but yeah, let's go.
All right, here we go. You need to stop sharing your screen.
Okay, now that's a problem because I can never, Joanna, can you do that? Because I can't ever get back into my Zoom once it's going.
Let's see.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, I maximize this, and that's as well for Joanna. And you talked about the love, which needs to get in. The first part of the love which you are putting in your prayers should be the love to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what this is all about. It's called forgiveness, and I will make a cocktail out of it. Grandmaster David and I, we are working on this, and it will be released fairly soon. So this will as well go in the awakening cocktail.
Mm-hmm.
Can you all read it?
I have a little trouble reading it, but I've got to put on my list for 2022 better eyesight. But yes.
Yes, I can read.
But if you can send that, if you can email that also, is this a finished product?
No, the picture, the image I made is the finished product.
Yes.
I intend this to go maybe on the wall of everybody to get a reminder that when you clear out yourself, when you forgive yourself, that your powers will increase tenfold. All your intentions will be enhanced. You have to get to this point where you become free from the burdens of yourself.
And we have a member of this group. Her microphone doesn't cooperate on her Zoom calls, so she doesn't wish to speak up. But she is actually certified in the Ho'oponopono, and we were talking yesterday, and she mentioned that they then added, you have your statements in Ho'oponopono, but they apparently realized they had to add that they, when you ask, please forgive me as a part of the verbiage, you need to also say you forgive yourself. Powerful stuff. Thank you, Ralph.
I will send it to you and Joanna in an email.
Yes, and I'll send it to the group.
And it will become a cocktail, and that I will release hopefully fairly soon. There is a little bit of other stuff I want to maybe add to it, but I'm not sure. I think I covered most of it.
That sounds wonderful.
Hey, Ralph.
Yep.
Is divine spelled wrong? Is it D-I-V-I-N-E?
I'm not scholared in English, so you tell me.
I think it is. D-I-V-I-N-E.
I will fix that.
Okay.
Okay, so I think that's it for today. I wonder if you guys are going to brainstorm in reference to our goals for planet Earth. If you get a chance to email me your thoughts, then we can be perhaps ahead of time seeing if there's any codes, images, etc., so we can get started with that for tomorrow. So tomorrow, even though ordinarily we don't have anything on Saturday, since it is the first day, those of you who can, come on in and we'll see what we can do in reference to setting some intentions for 2022.
Kathy, going to be the same time?
That's fine with me, the same time. It's up to you guys. Does that work?
Yep, for me.
Yes. Are we still having the power prayer?
I think so, yeah. I hope that you guys have time to also do our power group today, and something about these words that go with these goals, you might come to a point where you'd like to do some image cycling during this time. It's up to everybody else, because we're starting to realize some of the thoughts that may come in under the surface that block our work. So just a thought with that.
Oh, Cathy.
Yeah.
Okay. Quickly before we leave, I'm sorry, this is Karen.
Yeah.
Could we finish that thought about the ley lines? You were just discussing that when Ralph wanted to share his information.
Yeah,
and
thank
I thought
you.
that was really important for us to, as part of this imagery and everything that we're going to be doing for the next year, we do know that those ley lines, which are the grids and Earth's acupuncture, they have been damaged by war, because whenever there's all these armaments being dropped in the water or any place, all that disturbs the ley lines. So someone was discussing that. I wanted to be sure we got that information.
Absolutely. I've got myself a lot to learn. I don't see Elizabeth. She may be here, but I'm not seeing. And she may have a lot of knowledge on this for us. I'm going to be looking in Scribe for some books. But some believe that these ley lines have been interfered with intentionally.
That is correct. I will confirm that.
So what we need to do is just have this information. That's the beauty of the times we're in. We have a way to learn if we choose to learn. And a lot of people are making that choice. So, yeah, I'm really excited about what she brought up with that. I think it's a big factor. And we know that there's a world out there we can't see, that we can now get a little more knowledge this way. Okay, anything else, anybody?
A lot of stuff in 25 minutes.
That's right. Okay, I'm going to let y'all go, and I'll see you tomorrow.
See you at 11.
Happy New Year.
See you at 11.
Happy New Year.
Bye. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
This concludes the SRC4u Zoom call. We so much appreciate you being with us. We look forward to seeing you in the new year, and may all good things come to us. Till then, take care, and most of all, be well.